Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you this beautiful Wednesday morning? I pray that you are again awoken. You have awakened in that place of gratitude and understanding that this is a new day. It's a new opportunity for God to walk in and show Himself mighty in your life. We, often deal with opposition, and our perception of the opposition is that it's something that is so bad, it's just horrific, it's a horrendous situation. But if we deal with it from the perspective that our Father has us, that no matter what the situation is, this is not a surprise to Him. He will walk you through it, and He will make sure that you come out on the other end in a good place. It may not look like it right now, but He will make sure that in the end, it will be a good place for you to be. Let me see if I can turn my speakers down because those dings are just going to keep coming. And so, our nugget today is dealing with making hard decisions. We, as business owners, in relationships, different situations in parenting and in marriages, in just in life in general, on our jobs, whatever it is, there are always going to come times. It's not a question of will it, it's a question of when we have to make different choices, difficult decisions. Sometimes it's decision to leave a place. Sometimes it's a decision to leave a person. But difficult situations can have a profound effect on us. And a lot of times there is apprehension and there is fear in the midst of having to make the decision, because you don't know the outcome. But I came to encourage you that for every decision, even if it's a joyous decision, especially if it's a difficult decision, to harness your to not harness but to pull in your emotions and look at it from God's perspective rather than your emotional perspective. How do you do that? You do that by getting in His presence. You see, the one thing that we often forget is that He wants to be and really needs to be in the center of every decision we make. Every decision. He is our wonderful counselor. And He had already said in His word, that there is wisdom in a multitude of counselors. Well, Father, Son, Holy Ghost, there's your multitude of counselors to begin with. Definitely. You need to sit and you need to talk to Him, because a lot of times that hard decision that you want to make, you're looking at it from your emotional perspective. You're looking at it um, because of the people involved in it, and that will make it a harder decision to make. When If you get in His presence, if you are excuse me, bringing the decision to Him and getting His counsel on it, getting His will on it, then the decision is going to work out to the good for everybody involved. Even if it's a decision to leave, whatever it is, He is working it out for your good, but not just for your good, for the good of the others involved, because He knows the whole scope of everything. And sometimes it is good to leave, and other times He will say, stay. There are times where He will say, sever this business relationship because it was not good. And just as I said this, I thought about this. Sometimes we get into relationships, business, emotional, whatever, without the counsel of God. We put ourselves in the situation. We do not counsel with Him before we get into it. And so we were never supposed to be there to begin with. And now we're wrestling with, do I stay? Do I leave? And God is going, well, you shouldn't have been there to begin with. Let's go. But now you're emotionally tied, you're financially tied, you got all of these other things going on in the midst of it that you would not have had to contend with had you just consulted Him in the beginning, or had you listened to His counsel, had you pay attention to the warnings. So it's really, really important that you are consulting with God in every decision. It may look like, oh my God, I have arrived. This is it. I'm finally gonna do this. And God is going, no, baby, that's a setup. No, 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 no. Don't go that way. No, don't get involved with that person. More technically, don't get in bed with that person, and that's in business and relationships. So heed his warnings, heed his directives, and by all means, take your decisions to him. All right? And then now, if we've ignored what he's saying, if we've ignored the warnings, and now we're in this decision, don't think that, oh, well, I know God told me not to do it and I did it anyway, or I knew better before I did it, so now I can't take it to God. God is a loving Father. He is a forgiving Father, and He will still make sure that all is well in your decision making once you take it to Him. So make sure, no matter what stage you're in, you take your decision to Him. All right? All right. You have an incredibly blessed day in the Lord. Love you with the love of Christ. Talk to you later.